see, so they say APC rattled. Vanguard, 9th of May, today, Obi Kwankwaso Alliance, NDC surge, rattles APC. No, the rattles, like popcorn. Where did they pop? And big way they shake. Reshapes 2027 battle lines. Person will know what made the ticket. Person will not frustrate for labor. How many lives this guy get? We frustrate him for ADC. You see, waka like cat. Enter ADC. They say NDC surge rattles APC. So, even though we go ring this election, we don't want this thing. We don't want many people to slight our administration. This obedience, they go to touch our, and they get time for us. He said this man on the ticket. They will not get time for this election. We don't want me to get time, me they get interest. Now they go to touch light, security, people they buy electricity. They go to talk. They go to expose us. We don't go to hide from these people. APC rattles, my people. Anyway, just a warning. Just a warning. You know, the last time, now no as election go now, where everybody they calculate everything. Somebody they say, I go grab him, I go steal him, I go run away with him. But never forget why some people are working hard to win the election. Legitimately, one person is working hard to steal the election, to steal. Never lose sight of that. Never lose sight. It is not play. No be play. They serious. They serious. So say it is okay. Because Nigeria will be okay. Next, more defense also. Make I just take one. Just one. As you can see, billionaire businessman Dr. Ebuka Onoko, CEO of Us Lubricant, has joined NDC as he set to contest for the Anambra South senatorial seat. You go come ask yourself why people like this Obi. Why they like him? This guy has scam. No. He deceive people. No. He get many qualities. If we get 3 people like Obi, Nigeria will turn to Singapore. Nigeria will turn to America. Just 3 people. See, one person like Obi rule, hand over to another person like Obi. The quality that is lacking in leadership. Number 1, the guy know they greedy. He know they greedy. He no need what he no want. No be people they get billion, just steal everything. They steal, they loot, they loot. Watch this video. This is not a new video. This is around 2024, 2023. Listen to this interview to understand why people they follow anywhere where you go. People with integrity. Now only mad person, person with the colo, and I go 8 person like Peter Obi. Listen now.
Welcome back to the morning show here on Arise News. Recently, a federal high court in Lagos ordered the federal government of Nigeria to recover pensions collected by former as ministers and members of the National Assembly. The court also directed the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, to challenge the legality of state pension laws, permitting former governors and other former public officials to collect such pensions. The judgment came on the heels of the invalidated pension law for former governors and other ex-public officers in Zamfara State, which provided for the upkeep of former governors and former public officials to the tune of 700 million naira annually. Joining us now to discuss this and other national issues is former governor of Anambra State, Mr. Peter Obi. Your Excellency, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good to have you on the program. When the pension law controversy erupted, I said, oh, now I know the secret of your, looking so comfortable and nice. You've been collecting pension and benefits and allowances out of office. But what's your reaction? How does this work out? Do you support the move in Zamfara State to repeal the law and, the outrage on the part of Nigerians that when you leave office as governor, you should just go back to your former work and stop collecting public funds? What's your take?
Well, Ruben, let me start by first correcting you.
Yes.
I left office about in 2014, call it 2013 actually, because it was about first quarter of 2014, so 2013. And since I left office to today, nobody has paid me 1 naira. I've not received 1 naira.
Is it that you have made the request?
No, I said I've not received 1 naira, either directly or indirectly. Nobody has supported me in any way or anything, because you say that's why I'm looking very good. I'm only looking very good because for me, I had a temporary office which I served and moved on with my life, and God be the glory. In the issue of pension, my worry is not whether governors are paid, looking at what you just said now, 700 million naira a year. Is it for
in some states?
Is it for just one person?
One person.
700 million naira. My worry is, and it's morally, but then by the same, is that let me just give you an example of what happened to me within 6 months of being in office. after I was just sworn in as the governor, one day my head of service of the government, Mrs. Melifon, walked in and said to me, I want you to, one of their best civil servants. She's reached the rank of a director. As you know, permanent secretary is more of political appointment. So director is the highest rank you can reach. She's retiring today as a director. And Your Excellency, all I want is for you to say thank you to this woman. She's exceptional. And she walked in and I said, Miss Ifon, how are you? Said, as I was just greeting her and trying to talk to her, the commissioner, the then commissioner for lands walked in and said to me, Your Excellency, I have this land that we're just about to, we just discovered it, very nice land. This is about 2,000 something square meters. And I think we need to, in our land allocation, this is the first land we want to give, I want to give it to you.
So the governor?
To give it to me, the governor. And I turned to this woman, I said, what is your gratuity? And that you're living to me. Said about 3 million. How long have you worked for government? Exactly 35 years. I said, what is your pension? Said about 50,000 a month. And I said, have you been given, what is the gifts? What have they given you and everything and all that? And he said to me, nothing. I said, not to know. I said, so you haven't been given any land, you haven't given anything like that. He said, land? And I said, Commissioner, this is the woman that needs land. I've just been in this job less than 1 year. This person has been here 35 years. Mrs. Ifon, Mrs. Vicky Ford, I don't forget her name. I said, this woman, she's been here for 35 years. And I'm here less than 1 year. So please, since you said it's mine, give it to this woman.
Amazing.
I said, this woman, madam, they said you're very good. You won't go. You become a special assistant in my office. And you'll be here till I go. And your job is to continue to be as good as you are. Because she was just looking young and everything. I said, you're very young, you're looking young. You're this. He said, but I served for 35 years. I have to go. So I said, give this woman this land. Forget about me. So, remember, you have somebody who has worked for 35 years, going home on 50,000 a month. And somebody, I don't want to say came from nowhere, like me, put in 4 years, and he's taking 500 million a year. So this woman in 1 year will earn 600,000, and I will earn 500 million. He's not even taking 1% from that. That is my own worry. So it's not how much you pay a retired university professor a month. Maybe about 200, 300,000. How much do you pay this for you to be a professor in a university? You must have spent 15 years, 20 years to become. So you can go on and on. How much do you pay other people who have worked so hard?
So what would you say your stance then is when it comes to the pension laws? Are you for or against? How do you feel state governments should go about it? Do you think the Zamfara example is a model that other states should follow? Do you think ex-governors should be paying their pensions back?
Completely. If you finish, you just go home.
Yeah, but the principle of it, because I think in one state, is it Delta State, they even just reviewed, in the midst of all this controversy, they just reviewed the existing pension law to accommodate, one former acting governor who was not covered by the law.
No, so I said it before.
They don't want a situation whereby a man leaves office, the people who are promoting this, they don't want a big man who has been governor or deputy governor or speaker to leave, and then 6 months, 1 year after leaving office, he's living like a pauper. So they keep him on salary because these are their excellencies.
Let me tell you, even with the pension, now questions, what are they paying themselves when they're in office? If they can pay themselves this when they have left. Nobody can tell you, you were doing something before you came to be a governor. As simple as this. Before I came to become governor, before I became governor of Anambra State, I was doing something. I'm not saying that they should not be in any way a bit, if you say it, caring to a next person, but with the level it is now, it should be scrapped completely. And that's where I stand. When you finish, you've served faithfully for 8 years. Go back to what you were doing before you came.
Should the governors who have collected these benefits, allowances, pension and all that, should they pay back? Because they are existing. That they were given the money under existing law.
Refunding money is not easy. You know that yourself. Refunding money is not easy. And everything. Even somebody who picked money that was left in garbage in America, when they went to collect it, he said when he collected the money, he changed a bit of his lifestyle, and they have to know what they have to do to compensate him a little bit to continue to live on the lifestyle. The money refund is difficult because that money has been used. But I say, for me, the reason why I started with what the story I told you is that we need to look at the overall. What is everybody getting? And this is not just in government. It's happening even in corporate world, where I think CEOs that left are earning huge money, while those who were busy working 24 hours in the company, cleaning and doing everything, go home nothing. In fact, what they do now is just say they're contract staff. So when they go, they're left with nothing. But the CEO who has worked in the same place is being paid like 10, 20 million, certain governors are demanded. But you have people, and that is why in this country, it's been an editorial of this day, where you have, when we talk about the gap, in inequality. Nigerian inequality is the worst. 157 over 157. Because you now have a situation where 1% of the richest Nigerians are controlling almost 80% of the entire resources of the country.
Yes.
And this is the problem. When somebody takes 400, 700 million a year, let me tell you, when I was in office, the entire monthly pension of civil servants in Anambra State is about 180 million or thereabout. 150 to 180 million. Use an average of about 150 or 180 million is about 2 billion. And you're paying one person almost a third of that. So if you have 3 of them, they earn same amount that the entire service.
You don't hear us. That's one of the reasons. Many reasons. So I'm going to drop them for this class. One of the reasons why they follow them anywhere where you go. If your person gets this type of quality, almost all of them are ex-governors. When they collect things like this, when they greedy, drop out for comments.
ADC. But Rufai, your thoughts before I also take this conversation where, an NDC aspirant actually talked about Tinubu.
I just want to say something. If the ADC was so bold to have done what the NDC did over this weekend, probably Obi would not have gone. You see, let's stop deceiving ourselves. Yes, there's no written rule. And I'm saying this because I see people now pushing another propaganda and agenda now. That since the return to democracy, the South has ruled more than the North. That is the turn of the North. We are talking about a prevailing convention. This was the same thing that made Wike fall at loggerheads with Atiku. One expected the ADC to have taken a decision that power should come to the South. I mean, in 2031, nobody goes around saying, they don't know it's a convention of the North to be able to come. Let's call a spade a spade. Yeah, people can go back and say, it was the North Turn that Jonathan used and all of that. Valid argument. But was it right? I keep asking these people that after 8 years of Buhari, power should now go back to the North again. That was not right in 2023 now. It was not right. And that's why when we say power should come to the South, what is the group that have not been fairly treated in all of this? Is the people from the Southeast. And that's why we are saying a Southeast presidency is also a needed conversation. That's just it, pure and simple. So the NDC has done it. Now, we will now press their neck to give us manifesto and tell us things they will do for Nigeria. Secondly, most importantly, Oji, the NDC now need to go and fix that court case of Ado. Because that might be another albatross. Now, I was seeing a story that said, as I said, he has collected the CTC of how the registration was done. They are definitely going at loggerheads. The question is, can the NDC speak to Ado about it? Because